I'm Blake Bolden, former pro women's ice hockey player for the NWHL and professional scout with the Los Angeles Kings. I'm here to teach you how to impress a scout and make Thai vegan chili wraps and how to tape a hockey stick too.
How to.
Too much? I fell in love with hockey because I started watching pro hockey when I was 5 years old out of the Gund Arena in Cleveland, Ohio. And my dad took me there for the first time, and he worked security. And so I got to go through the tunnel, give knucks to all the players walking by. As a 5-year-old, it was the coolest experience, and I saw them beating each other up and hitting each other and how fast the game was, and I was like, yo, that's pretty sweet. I gotta learn how to play that. This is 3 ways how to tape your stick. This is the first way. This is my way. From heel to toe, you get your white tape or black. I prefer white. I turn the stick towards me to make it easier to get both sides nice and clean, you see that? And I stop with about a couple of inches right before. And this stick wax to keep all the ice and the snow from forming on your blade. And just for that last step, take yourself a hockey puck. I like the tape to be as tight as possible to the stick. All right, guys, second way to tape your stick. This is for all my toe draggers, all my centers, and goal scorers. Now this one is about taping the toe. And you're gonna get your scissors that you have on hand and follow that blade all the way around. You get your stick wax again, because that's just the way we do it. And now you're a goal scorer, Connor McDavid. The point of hockey tape is just because the ice is so wet, you don't want it to be super slippery on your blade. That's carbon fiber, right, and composite. The hockey tape helps grip the puck to your blade. The way you tape your stick is just an expression of how you play hockey. All right, this is the third way. It's the simplest way, and I call it the lazy way. You cut strips about 6 to 8 inches. You neatly place it alongside your blade here. And the reason why a lot of people like this is because it's nice and quick, and it's for those offensive forwards who just need a little bit of touch, but not too much because their hands are so quick that they don't need all that extra tape. And that's just pure swag. I'm the first woman to have a signature stick, a stick that is created for me and for whoever else thinks it's as swaggy as it is. I chose the color, I made the design. The red is a symbolization of leadership and being bold. I have my favorite slogan here, be you, be true, and be bold. And I just think it's a power move. It's a power move, so why not? Playing ice hockey and being someone who is a colored person playing this sport in a predominantly white environment, it's very important to have role models. And I wanted someone that I could idolize, that I could be like. And so having this stick, being this role model, being able to say, if you want to create a hockey stick, you can. If you want to be a professional women's hockey player, you can. If you want to scout and be in hockey ops in the NHL, you can. And all of those things have helped me use my voice, use my platform, and create mentorship programs for younger girls who are just looking for that role model that I never had growing up. In 2015, I was donned the Jackie Robinson of women's ice hockey as the first Black professional women's hockey player to compete in the National Hockey League. In 2020, I decided to take on that groundbreaking responsibility that I had in the sport and become a growth and inclusion specialist with the Los Angeles Kings, aiming to diversify the sport of ice hockey. Scouting is so intricate. There's so many different details you have to know, UFAs, free agencies, people that are up for waivers, and people's contracts, and all of these different details. I did not necessarily get a rule book for how to be the perfect scout. You kind of figure it out as you go. But luckily, I have a good leadership in the Los Angeles Kings and good support to do my job the best. And I definitely ask a lot of questions. This is how to impress scouts. Step 1, keep your feet moving. Hockey is the fastest game on earth. You're on thin blades on ice. You gotta keep those feet moving to keep up with the play. If they stop, transitions can happen, you get scored on, effort's not there. So step number 1, keep your feet moving. Step number 2, easy. Never take a shift off. Scouts want to see that you are consistent, that you are reliable, that I can throw you on the ice at any moment in the game. Power play, man advantage, penalty kill, man disadvantage, or in those last moments in a tied 1-to-1 game. Your consistency, your effort is very valuable to being an excellent hockey player. As a player, I always was told from my parents, my dad, my coaches, always play like someone's watching. I think that's one of the biggest tips that you can have. It gives you that extra bump, that excitement to play your best game. So that's what I always thought when I was playing ice hockey. And as a scout now, that's what I look for. I look for players that are hungry, that are fierce, that are go-getters on the ice. Step 3, hockey IQ. Where are the brains at? Do you have the feet? Do you have the effort? But when you have the puck on your stick, what do you do with it? Do you have great anticipation? Can you make crisp passes to your teammates? Do you know when to shoot or when to pass? As the game is so fast, you need to be able to know what you're going to do with the puck before you even get it. So having that hockey IQ is so cool to see a very skilled player that can work with the puck and work off the puck. I think being a woman is real cool right now, and I love being a woman in a male-dominated sport because you're an attention grabber. You're there, you're unique, you're fresh, and you just have to be confident. And you have to realize that you're there for a reason and you know what you're talking about, so don't doubt yourself. What's it like being a Black athlete in a white-dominated sport? It's like you're a little bit of an outlier, right? There's no getting around that. You're a little bit different, but there's a moment where you get over the fact that you're different and you rise to the occasion and you become a difference maker and you become a trendsetter or a barrier breaker. And that, I think, is really cool. I created the Growth and Inclusion Specialist with our leadership and executives with the Los Angeles Kings in 2020. And as you maybe have seen or not, this is the year of change. This is the year of growth, especially in a sport that is predominantly white. This Growth and Inclusion Specialist position is now being taken on by different franchises in the 32 franchises that we have in the NHL. And it's really exciting to see because this is important and everybody is now starting to take on that responsibility, and it's great to see. I cook plant-based because as an athlete, I realized heavier foods slowed me down. So I had to play around with my diet, get on my grown woman stuff, and figure out what my body responded to. And it found out that it really likes plants and vegetables. Shocker. I haven't always loved cooking. Actually, I had to become a better cook because I decided I was gonna cook plant-based. And if you're plant-based, sometimes things can be redundant. And I wanted to learn how to make food taste great. So I had to teach myself. And this is how to make Thai vegan chili wraps. Step 1, let's marinate our tofu. So we got us some extra firm tofu here. A lot of people don't like tofu, but if you flavor it well, it can taste pretty good. You got your soy sauce, you got your hoisin sauce, and you got your sriracha. Let's just douse. I'm not big on tablespoons and measurements. You just kind of go with what you feel. And now we're just gonna add some ginger and garlic, nice and small pieces. You wanna do this first because that gives that tofu more time to marinate. Okay, mix it. After your tofu is marinated, we're just gonna chop our freshly washed vegetables. All right, so I'm chopping these lengthwise, okay? Mango just adds like this really yummy sweetness to it. And if anybody wants to teach me how to cut a mango, that would be great in how to. We also have our cilantro and our mint. It smells so good. All right, so you can't have Thai vegan chili wraps without your peanut sauce. Plop the peanut butter in there. You're gonna get your maple syrup, pure grade maple syrup. This is the good stuff. Grab that soy sauce that we use to marinate. Hoisin sauce, again with the sweet and tangy. Bam. Lime juice for that zest. I'll do a couple drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, more than a couple. And again, sriracha for that kick. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. That happens sometimes. Okay, and then you're gonna mix your sauce. And taste as you go. I'm gonna pop my finger in here. Actually, that tastes really good. And spicy. Now we got our sauce, our vegetables are chopped, our tofu is marinated. We can move on to our wraps. So I got a little water right here. I'm gonna dip this rice paper in very slowly and I'm gonna hold on to it because it's gonna immediately be malleable and try to run away from me. So I'm just gonna let this sit for a little bit. And as it sits, it's just going to soften. All right, so it's real stretchy. So I like to have one hand on it just because it's sticky and tries to get away from you. So maybe a couple tofus. Okay, grab your veggies, all the veggies that you cut up. You're just gonna throw it in here. So a carrot, got your cilantro, and some mint. And now you're gonna tuck and roll. That's it. Tuck, roll, roll, roll. One side, the other. And then when you're ready, you dip this bad boy in your peanut sauce. Fresh.
How to.
Thanks for watching How To. If you like this video, check out more on Uninterrupted. This past year, I was bored, as we all were through the pandemic. So I was at home making these lavish dishes. I created a garden, and from my garden, I'd take those vegetables and try to make something beautiful and colorful. I really think that eating colorfully helps you live longer and makes you vibrant on the inside and out. So I called the ebook Eat in Color, and my friends were like, Blake, give me those recipes, give me those recipes. So I just whipped it up together, and it's online somewhere.